Hey everybody, my name is Kristen. I am a sports dietitian, certified personal trainer, and owner of Elite Nutrition and Performance. And I'm going to talk to you today about a type of training called plyometrics, or plyo, also known as jump training. So plyometrics is a type of exercise that involves a lot of explosive movements and jumping. And it's really good for athletes that are playing basketball, tennis, soccer, football, or any type of sport that involves a lot of explosive movements and requires a lot of power. Also really good for runners, triathletes, as well as bodybuilders, figure competitors, bikini competitors, or anybody that wants to build up their lower half and have a nice toned look to their quads, their hams, their glutes. And I don't know anybody that doesn't really want that. So this would be a great type of exercise to add into your workout regimen, even if you're not participating in any of those sports. So this type of exercise, like I said, it's going to target your hamstrings, which is the back of your legs, your quads, which is the front of your legs, your calves, which is your lower legs, as well as your glutes, which is your butt. As an added benefit, it actually helps with flexibility and also is a great cardio workout, as well as a HIIT training workout. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. So this type of training, plyometrics, is not really recommended for beginners. So if you've never exercised a day in your life, this is probably not the best thing to start off with. You might injure yourself. Not good for anybody that has arthritis or any injuries involving your knees, your hips, or your ankles. So if you have any of those conditions, please avoid plyometrics at the present time. But maybe you can incorporate this later on if those injuries are alleviated. So a little background on plyometrics and why it's even beneficial. There's a lot of studies surrounding plyometrics and why it is actually good to incorporate this into your type of training. And so I'm just going to give you some of those benefits from these studies. So studies have found that plyometric training actually does help to decrease your impact upon landing in types of sports like tennis and basketball, things that involve a lot of jumping. It decreases that impact by about 22%. So that actually helps with injury prevention and any prevention to damage to your knees. So that's a great added benefit from plyometrics. Also helps to prevent side-to-side knee movement, and that can cause knee dislocation and injuries. So it can decrease that by about 50%. Also helps to increase your torque between your quads, so the front of your thigh and your hamstrings. And that helps with your explosive power. So if you think of football players really have to engage in that explosive power to get across the field. So that can be increased by 21 to 44% with plyometric training. Also, like I mentioned before, knee stabilization and injury prevention. And plyometric is actually really good for runners and triathletes because it helps to decrease the economy of running on your body. So every runner wants to be able to not expend as much calories and as much carbohydrates during running, and plyometrics actually helps to train your body to do that. So this is a really good type of exercise to incorporate into your training when you're training for a marathon or a triathlon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 4 different plyometric exercises, and there's plenty more of plyometric exercises, but we're just going to focus on the lower half today and just do these 4 exercises. And we're actually going to put them into a pyramid type exercise, or workout rather, and that is going to be a HIIT workout for you, a high intensity interval training. But first we're going to go through the 4 exercises and make sure everybody knows how to do them. So first thing we're going to start off with is a squat jump. So to do a squat jump properly, you need to know how to do a squat. So first things first, let's go over how to do a squat. Hands at your chest in fists, stand with your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and you're going to drop your body, sticking your hips back behind you and keeping your upper body up. So you should be able to look out at the wall. I tell my female clients, pretend like you are in a public restroom and you don't want to sit on the toilet and you want to hover over. That's exactly what you're doing here. So squat down, stick your hips back behind you, chest up. This is all we're doing for squats. So we're going to use this movement in our squat jumps. So when we do squat jumps, you're going to squat down. As soon as you get down to your legs being bent about 90 degrees, you're going to jump up. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a rubber band-like effect. So when you squat down, you're stretching out the muscle, and then you jump, and it's like the rubber band snapping. That is plyometrics, so keep that in mind. So you don't want to pause when you get down to the bottom of your squat. So let's try a couple of these. Squat down, jump. Squat down, jump, down, jump. Okay, so that's the squat jump. Next we're going to do box jumps. So I have my handy dandy box here, and I'm basically doing the same thing as a squat jump, but I'm going to squat a little less. So I'm going to do a mini squat. So I'm going to squat down just a little bit and then jump up onto the box. So mini squat, up onto the box. Step down, mini squat, up onto the box. Now, you notice you can't hear a lot of pounding onto the box. You want to land as softly as possible. That is important in squat jump, or box jumps rather. So mini squat, up onto the box, step down. Okay, next one we're going to do is a lateral box jump. So same thing, we're just jumping side to side. And you want to do this on both sides, not just on one side of the box. So mini squat again, up onto the box. Step down. Mini squat again, up onto the box. Step down. Okay? Last thing is a jump lunge. So just like the squat jumps, you want to make sure that you have good form when you're doing this type of exercise. So let's go over how to do a lunge. So step out wide with your legs, chest up. You should be able to look at the wall, shoulders back, abs engaged. And you're going to try and put most of your weight on your front leg here. And we're just going to drop down and back up again. Okay. So for our jump lunges, we're doing our lunge on one leg. We're going to hop up, switch legs in the middle. So let's start this on the right leg. So down to my lunge, jump, and other leg. Oops. And that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a pyramid effect with these 4 exercises. So we have a HIIT workout. And you could do this at home, you could do this anywhere, you could do it at your office. It's a great way to get in some of this plyometric training without a whole lot of time required. So we're going to start off with 40 squat jumps, 30 box jumps, 20 lateral box jumps, and then 10 jump lunges. You take a minute break, and then you work your way back up. Repeat this 4 times in your workout, and I promise your heart rate will be up, you will be sweating, and you'll get in a great cardio workout. Hope you all enjoy, and let me know how it goes.